Hey everybody, and today I wanted to bring up a little topic. Basically, the one thing that I hear from a lot of people when I'm out in public drawing or doing this or that is, I wished I could draw. And what I wanted to tell everybody today is, you can. It's not easy at first, and you may not be the best artist in the world, but you can. If you push yourself, you can. Everybody starts somewhere. Nobody started out the bush just drawing masterworks of art. It doesn't work like that. If you look into UFC, the best fighters, they didn't step in the ring their first time and hand people's tails to them. That's not how that works. Talent is like a muscle. It needs to be exercised. Everyone has it. Some just have artistic atrophy. Thomas Edison once said, "Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time." While you're learning, don't be afraid to copy someone else. Now that means tracing, going over how-to books, watching tutorial videos online, general rough pictures, just to get the idea of how something's supposed to look. You're learning. It's okay to take what a lot of people would call shortcuts, but don't copy straight out somebody's stuff and try to sell it. That's a bad thing. Just use it for your benefit as growing as an artist. And another thing I want to say is push yourself. Not too many people, they'll hit a wall and they'll be like, I can't do this. It's just I'm crap in this certain area. You've got to push yourself past that. Be critical, but not too critical of yourself. You don't want to push yourself into a hole and just keep downing yourself to the point that you lose all interest in it, that you think that you can't pass it. You can. You've just got to keep on going. Find your weak spots and confront them head on. Now for me, I've had a couple of areas that I've been struggling in, and I've been trying to, well, I suck at this, so I push past it. I force myself into situations to where I have to address those issues and get past them. Also, you need to pass those limits, because they're imaginary. You think you're at the bottom of a mountain and it's like ridiculously high up. You think you're never going to be able to get to the top. But people have climbed Mount Everest. It took time and hard work, but they have climbed Mount Everest. That is the tallest mountain in the world. If they can do that, you can push yourself to do this. Bruce Lee said, if you always put a limit on everything you do, physical or anything else, it will spread into your work and into your life. There are only plateaus, and you must not stay there. You must go beyond them. And you will fail. Sometimes it'll feel like you're failing more often than succeeding, but you can learn a lot more from failure than you can from success. And I know I'm quoting a lot of people here, but hey, if somebody said it better than I could think of to say it, I'm gonna just go ahead and be like, hey, this guy said some cool stuff, this is what it did. But this is what Winston Churchill said on the subject. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. You've got to keep going. You may be tired. You may want to give up, but that's part of breaking your limit. Now, you can have times where you take a rest, but don't give up. Imagine it like an RPG game. When you get to higher levels, say there's a max of 100 and you're at 70. Attacking level 1 objectives, not going to get you much experience. You're not going to progress significantly. But attacking head on the harder stuff, that's how you progress. And like I said before, I have areas to work on. I suck at drawing hands, I suck at shading, I suck at realism, and a lot of other things. But I'm working on them. I'm attacking them head on. This is why I'm starting this series, to show my growth over time as an artist. And these musings, or whatever you might call them, they apply to more than just art. You can apply them to other aspects of life, be it sports, work, whatever. Many of life's skills require determination and willingness to break yourself to get to your goal. There's been an anime I've been watching. I know everybody's gonna, oh, he watches anime, so anyways, My Hero Academia. It's a really good anime. I suggest anybody out there watching it. But the creator basically built the story around, or drew inspiration from his own struggle to become an artist. He had always wanted to become an artist for Jump Magazine, which is people who publish things like Naruto, Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z, stuff like that. They're the ones that created the original manga, or for those of you who don't really read manga, basically Japanese comic books. But his dream was to work for them and be an artist who created his own stories. And he achieved it. The lead character of My Hero Academia, Izuku Midoriya, he constantly pushes himself. He looks up to the greats, and seeing how far ahead the greats are from him, he uses that to gauge how much he needs to put into it to become the top hero. He breaks himself several times to get to his goal. And I understand this is a work of fiction, but it has basis in real life. Kohei Horikoshi is the guy who created this, and he went through a lot of similar struggles trying to get to his goal. You have to have that drive. And if you don't have that drive, you have to make yourself have that drive. And sometimes it'll fade. That's when you gotta jump start it to go in again. The ability to do this, to jump start your drive, to get it back going again, is what separates the goods from the greats. I'm still learning to do this myself. Hopefully we can both learn together as we go through this series, and I keep on doing whatever it is I'm gonna do. I haven't really decided yet. It's anyway. But basically the whole point of this video is you can draw. And draw good. Just work for it. You have to practice. You have to push yourself. And so basically going off of how I challenge myself, I want to challenge everybody who's watching this video that's made it to the end. Draw a picture of Goku. Because when I was in middle school, I wanted to draw. I sucked at drawing. They had a book fair come through the town. I picked up a How to Draw Dragon Ball Z book. And I worked on it and worked on it. Eventually, I decided that wasn't really the style for me. I wanted to learn as much as I could. I wanted to be able to do as many styles as I could. But this is where I started. And originally my characters were all blocky and terrible looking, but like I said, everybody starts somewhere. Raw talent only gets you so far. You have to keep pushing yourself. That's all I got for today, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and send the drawings of Goku to my Twitter, and hopefully if enough people do it, I will make a video on people submission and put my own in there. Have a wonderful night and peace out.